Assalamualaikum, I'm Sarish. You are watching Learn English Edu45 on YouTube channel. So today we start with a very new topic, and this is lesson 1. And let's start with the topic. And the topic is active and passive voice. What is active voice and what is passive voice? And first we start with the voice. How many voices are there? And then we go through all the definitions of active and passive voice. So let's start with the voice. What is voice? The voice of a verb tells whether the subject of the sentence performs or receives the action. For example, birds build nests. Nests are built by birds. How many types of voice? Active voice and passive voice. Now go through with the active voice. What is active voice? The subject performs the action expressed by the verb. Usage when more clarity and straightforward relation is required between verb and subject. What is passive voice? The subject receives the action expressed by the verb. Usage when the action is focused, not the subject, or when the door is unknown. So this is the end of voice. We have two types of voice, active voice and passive voice. I explain active and passive voice. Okay, now let's come to the active and passive voice. First of all, we start with the example. The example is active form. Example, the professor teaches the student. Now we change it into passive voice. The students are taught by the professor. Now this is the diagram of passive voice. Active, subject, verb and object. There are three categories in the sentence. Now when we change it into passive voice, object comes into the subject and subject comes into the object. In the mid, when we change active into passive voice, the word change into past participle with to be and we use by. Okay, now come to the example. Wild pigeons attacked my sister. When we change into passive voice, my sister comes into the subject and my sister was attacked. It's a past participle using helping verb. Past helping verb was by wild pigeon. Okay, now let's come to another example. The cat drank the milk. The milk was drunk by the cat. Okay, now come to the definition of active voice. What is active voice? Basically, active voice is in the sentence subject performs the action on the target of the action. Okay, when we talk back. What is the definition of passive voice? Passive voice is basically the target of the action is the main focus and the verb acts upon the subject. Now here are the tenses. We change active into passive voice. How we change this? First of all, we read these tenses. We have tenses simple, present, past and future. We have three categories of future. Now let's start with the present simple. In present simple, when we change into active into passive voice, first of all active. In active, first form plus s or es, and we change it into passive voice. Is mr plus third form. Okay, present continuous tense. Is mr plus first form plus ing, and we change into passive. Remember this thing, whenever you change active into passive voice, we always use past participle in passive voice, third form, in whole, with every tense. Okay, is mr plus being plus third form of verb. Present perfect has, have plus third form of verb has, have, been plus third form of verb. Now come to simple past, second form using did with first form. Whenever you use did, we always use first form with did. Okay, now was were third form of verb, past continuous tense, was were first form plus ing. Was were being, we omit ing, use being with third form. Past perfect, had plus third form of verb, there had been. with third form of verb. Simple future, in simple future, shall and will with first form, and when we change into passive we use shall be and will be with third form of verb. In future continuous, shall be, will be, first form plus ing, but there is no passive of future continuous tense. Future perfect, shall have, will have with third form, and we change into passive, shall have been, will have been with third form. Now here are modal auxiliary verbs: can, may, could, might, must, should, would with first form. And whenever we use this in passive, we use be with first form of verb. Let's come to the example. There are few examples. With these examples you can easily understand and familiar with active and passive voice, that how you change active into passive voice. First of all, same as it is simple present, I write a letter. A letter comes in the first, and I changed by pronoun by me. A letter is written by me. Here you notice that third form is written over there in whole the tenses. Okay, present continuous tense. I am writing a letter. A letter is being written by me. Ing is omitted and we use being. Present perfect, I have written a letter. A letter has been written by me. Simple past, I wrote a letter. A letter was written by me. Past continuous, I was writing a letter. A letter comes in the first, was, omitting ing, being, write change into third form written, I change into by me. Past perfect, I had written a letter. A letter had been written by me. Simple future, I will write a letter. A letter will be written by me. Future, be going to. When we change into future, we change like I am going to write a letter. A letter is going to be written by me. Future perfect, I shall have written a letter. A letter should have been written by me. Modal auxiliary, I must write a letter. A letter must be written by me. I hope you understand these whole examples. Have any query related to this topic, please text below my video and subscribe my channel, and I need your support. Thank you so much. We'll be right back next time. Allah Hafiz.